Mike Martin's here. Mike Martin's channel. Happy Friday to everybody. Woo! Anyways, I got some interesting news on what's happening with Deutsche Bank, and this is what happens when you're playing with the derivative markets, fiat paper, fiat currency, and really not keeping reserves to levels they should be. I think the chairman or president or whatever the hell you want to call him steps down, still won't make a difference in this one. This is actually a big one, and to restore investor confidence in Deutsche Bank is crucial to its complete existence. And it's going to cause a shamble. It's going to cripple the European sector. Why? Because too big to fail is failing big. This is how close the collapse. Deutsche Bank is in one photo. There's my man Tyler Durden. Remember what he said, people. Things that you own end up owning you. Your possessions own you. You don't own those possessions. Anyways, it was the peak of poetic justice that day. Deutsche Bank held its annual general meeting, during which the top leadership of the imploding German lender felt ire of its shareholders, who withheld their backing for executives, and several urged the chairman to step down early during the tense Frankfurt meeting. The DBK stock hit fresh all-time low at €6.35 per share. Its market cap sliding 15.8 billion, just barely above the market cap of Darden Restaurants. Guys, if you're invested in Darden Restaurants, you're doing good, because you're doing better than the bank. Oh my goodness, here it is, guys. So this is the joke that's going around. It's here in the article. Should I buy a pack of smokes, or should I buy a share in Deutsche Bank? That is the question. And it's not about gloom and doom. It's about reality. It's about, this is how the banks, and this is how the banking system takes the reality. When the reality kicks in and when the black swan swoops in, this is what happens. When you keep playing and robbing Peter to pay Paul, and not have the money in reserves, and not have the gold. So many people at Deutsche Bank asking for their gold back, their physical gold. They got a physical certificate, beautiful and proper, with a nice stamp on it, a crescent from Deutsche Bank, saying they have 10 ounces of gold that they purchased on a piece of paper, but they're not getting their physical gold. That's another problem that Deutsche Bank's facing. It was also the day when the bank's 7.5% contingent convertible notes suffered their biggest two-day drop since the September of 2016 collapse, which brought Deutsche Bank on the verge of nationalization. Holy Max, look at this. We're going back to 2016. Wow. Everybody's working for the weekend. Okay, naturally, none of these helped ease the fury of investors who have lost tremendous capital by keeping their faith in a turnaround that never comes. While the bank's largest shareholders, Qatar and Cerberus, kept a low profile, those who spoke during the investor day expressed anger and disbelief that what was once among Europe's dominant banks has a market value of that would make it of the fifth biggest in France, according to Bloomberg. One noted that the price for a share had fallen below a cost of a pack of cigarettes. I think it's I think you get ahead in life. Never mind, I'm not going to go there and get my video flag. Mr. Whatever, the restructuring of the bank hasn't been completed, and profitability continues to be something to be desired despite multiple management changes over the past 7 years. And Andres Tomei, a portfolio manager with Deca Investing, who planned to vote against the supervisory board actions. One investor asked why the German Pope resigned, and yet Australia Chairman Paul, I can't read that, doesn't. Why doesn't he? The Pope resigned, but why isn't this chairman? Why isn't he stepping down? Another said they would withhold support for the chairman, though didn't warn him to step down to avoid power vacuum. A third recited his own poem to vent frustration. Wow. When someone's up there venting with frustration and citing a poem, the poop is hitting the fan. And Deutsche Bank with this quadrillions of dollars in derivatives markets that are out there, and all these IOUs, if you want to call them, a ton of IOUs floating around. How are they going to do this? How are they going to reclaim all the gold that they sold? I think they sold more gold certificates than there is physical gold available to buy. Remember, guys, gold is hard to buy. You just don't go out and buy gold. Yeah, you can go to bullion exchange, depending on how much they have on hand. But for a bank to fill its orders and mail out its gold to its customers, that's not going to fly. The bank's new CEO, Christian Suing, also revive a thumbs down from the investors receiving 75% of votes, down from 95% a year ago. At the meeting, he announced plans for tough cutbacks to the investment bank in a campaign to restore market confidence following the breakdown of takeover talks with Commerzbank. Why doesn't he just run for president of Germany or chancellor? I mean, that's great. I mean, work in the bank and then move over to presidency. That's who else in Europe? Comment below if you know what I'm talking about. Who else is a president of a country that was like head of a banking cartel? Comment below. I can assure you we prepare tough cut. Okay, I don't care. Suing didn't say where the cuts to investment bank would be, but he highlighted business where they're unlikely to happen, such as an organization and advisory, as well as foreign exchange, global credit trading, and U.S. commercial real estate. One place where there certainly were cost cuts was the cafeteria. Because to confirm the decoration severity of the bank's new and improved belt tightening, while the demonetizing how close to the edge of the dollar Deutsche Bank truly is. The FT's banking correspondent Oleg Storbeck tweeted a picture of the food on the that the bank served investors and the press. 2.25 Frankfurts, something that may or may not be eggs with a roll. So there it is. It's the symbol going downwards. More demonstrative than any plunging chart, and yes, the DB logo is apparently turned 90 degrees on its side to indicate the bank's most appropriate direction. The particular menu served in the world, in a world in which investors, even as soon to be insolvent companies, are used to five-star meals, especially as the day of execution draws near. To loosely paraphrase Seinfeld, this is what you serve when you've kind of given up on life. So what are they serving right there? Wow, Deutsche Bank. Yep, you know when they get those meetings and those shareholders meetings and it's extravagant and lights and glitter and your investments are being taken care of in our bank or institution. So what's going on, people? What is really happening up there? I'd like to know. Let me know if you invested. I think right now, has Deutsche Bank hit bottom? No, I think it's got another 22% to go. I think it's going to hit in and around the €3 range by the end of the next quarter. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below. I love you guys. Share my video.